Welcome back to DIY No Need to Cry with Ivelisse. Let's get started. I don't even know where to begin. Just like everything else with this bottle, I tried so many different designs. I found that the best way to create a pattern is to trace the wing and experiment with designs on paper until you're happy. I was happy with this design, but I realized the smaller shapes were going to be a problem when outlining them with the puffy paint. So I simplified the design and made the shapes bigger. Before I finally settled on this pattern, I had made and ruined at least 2 other sets. But I'm glad I didn't give in to any of the previous designs out of frustration because it wouldn't have been what I wanted. With that being said, I did compromise on one of the design aspects that I really wanted. But I'm okay with it because I'm super happy with the way this one turned out. And now that I know how to achieve the original design I wanted, trust and believe I'll be making a faux stained glass butterfly 2.0. Line the wing up with the pattern and using an X-Acto knife, carefully cut around the shape of the wing. I can't express this enough. Please be careful doing this. Those X-Acto knives are no joke. If you've been keeping up with me on the community tab or any of my social media accounts, you know that I accidentally stabbed myself in the hand with one several months ago. I stabbed myself with the X-Acto knife. I lost feeling in a few of my fingers, but thankfully, my hand has fully healed. So please be careful. You can also trace the wing and then cut it out with scissors. I just didn't feel like taking that extra step. Now carefully tape it onto the back of the wing. Next, you want to trace the pattern onto the wing using puffy paint. To create a duplicate pattern on the other wing, I flipped the template over and retraced it. I then repeated the steps as I did for the first wing. Here they are all finished, and I decided to add some more detail, so I went back in and split all the triangles in half. Before creating a pattern for the bottle, I measured and sectioned off the sides where I will be gluing on the wings. I then drew the pattern straight onto the glass because it can be cleaned off with alcohol once the puffy paint has dried. I freehanded this one, and just like everything else, this was not the original design I had planned, but I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. I created a basic pattern and traced it with the puffy paint. Once it was dry, I would go back in and add more detail. I did this until I was satisfied with the design. And to get rid of all the Sharpie marks, I wiped it clean with a cotton pad and some alcohol. The last thing I did was add the design to the light bulb. I also plan to paint it and create a faux stained glass look. Now I know what you're thinking because the same thing was crossing my mind when I thought of this bright idea. Is this going to be dangerous? Won't the light bulb melt the colors off? Well, I tested it out before doing the entire bulb and nothing happened to mine. I'm not suggesting anyone do this. I'm telling you what I did, but please use your own discretion. However, you'll be happy to know that there is an alternative. I looked online and actually found that they sell them on Amazon. Just type faux stained glass light bulb in the search. And here it is, all finished and ready to be painted. I can't wait to finish it. And I want you all to know that even though I had a hard time with this one, it's really not complicated. I made all the mistakes, so you don't have to. The key to making sure that the wings don't peel off is to use acetate sheets sprayed with the UV resistant clear acrylic sealer. I talked all about it in episode 2.5. If you plan on recreating this bottle or using this technique for one of your projects and haven't watched that episode yet, please watch it before adding the puffy paint. Well, that's it for this week's video. See you all next Friday. I hope you enjoyed it and that it inspired you to create something of your own, just as long as you remember to have fun, be creative, and make a mess. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to thumbs it up as it helps the growth of the channel and to show your support. If you're new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing to get updates on future videos. And remember, do it yourself. There's no need to cry.